All right, everybody, opening it up now. If you like this kind of content, please don't hesitate to subscribe, comment on the channel, and like the video. And let's see what we got first here. This looks like maybe a Pacific Theater knife. I'm going to open this up and let's take a look at the blade. So here's the knife. I'm kind of dumbfounded on this one. It says U.S. Army ACCRA, made in GCWA. I have no idea GCWA what that stands for, but it looks like kind of, it doesn't look like a military issue knife. I feel like this might be some sort of souvenir for an overseas GI during World War II, or maybe pre-war or post-war. The tip is kind of bent, and then it has a wood carved handle as well as a wood carved sheath, and this says A151 on it, and it's broken at the end as well. I'm not really sure what this is, you guys. If you know what this means on the blade, drop a comment down below, because I'm curious to learn about this. I'll have to do some research. So good start so far. That was a pretty neat knife. Now let's pull out this next one, and I think this is going to be from World War II. And you got the flaming ordnance bomb right here, US made. Sheath is kind of the scabbard's kind of worn, to be expected. All right, so this is dated 1943, and this is a PAL knife. It's marked US, got the ordnance bomb, and I think this is a M1 Grand bayonet knife, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm sure there are many different variations of an M1 Grand bayonet, so there's so much factors that can determine how much something is worth. So I'm not entirely sure the value on this. I'm going to put somewhere between $100 and $200 most likely. But this is a nice looking knife. Some collector would like that. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, next up we have this leather sheath, and I can already kind of tell what this is, you guys. Kind of got like a homemade sheath on there. Got little bedazzles, and kind of has a Native American Southwest feel to it. So let's take out the knife. And it's a really heavy knife. The handle's very heavy. I think this is a World War II US theater made knife. And as you guys probably know, a lot of GIs had downtime during the war, so they would fashion their own knives out of supplies that they can find. And I think that exactly that's what this is. This is not turquoise. This looks like a little marble on the end of the handle. So maybe he had a marble next to him, and he had some, scrap metal and stuff, and he put this together and kind of made it look like a Native American knife, which is very cool. Bowie knife. I'm not sure what kind of knife this is made from, but this is really, really neat. There are so many different types of theater made knives, and I think what determines the collectability is how unique looking the knife is, and this is a pretty unique one. So I'm going to put a value on this of this is probably like $150, maybe $200. Very neat. All right, let's see what else we can scrounge up here. And I've had this knife before. It's made to look German, but I don't think it actually is. Yeah, it says Japan, so this is like a little Japan knife. And then you got I think it says Corina. I've actually had the same knife, but it was a real Solingen. It was post-war, but it was a Solingen knife. But this one's not even German. This is a Japanese knife, souvenir knife, probably from the 1950s or 60s or so. But that's a nice, neat little dagger. All right, next up, there's a lot of got these Russian. I think they're Russian. These AK-47 bayonets. So there was actually another AK-47 bayonet in there, so there's 4 total, which is pretty darn shocking. And we got some more knives here. Let's pull this one out. This kind of looks like oh, okay, so this is a Japanese knife. I was going to suggest maybe this is a pilot survival knife, but I don't think it truly is. It's made to look like one, so that's a Japanese, which is not bad. It doesn't mean it's cheap. It's still a nice knife. All right, and next we have this, looks like a United States Navy knife. And I'm really digging the look of this one. I've seen these knives before. It says USN on one side, and then this is made by Colonial. So Colonial made a lot of knives, including pocket knives. I think what makes this one unique is the handle is kind of wrapped in twine or in string. So it definitely has that ship nautical look to it. I think a collector is really gonna like this. I'm not entirely sure the value. Let's just throw out $100 out there, hopefully. Cool knife. You guys, last but not least in this box are two what appear to be German bayonets. You see this one still has a tag, World War II German dress bayonet with scabbard, leather frog. One of them looks a little more shiny than the other. Let's open these up and take a look at the blades. All right, so for this blade, I don't see any markings on it, which does make you kind of second guess if this is authentic or not, but it feels pretty good quality. And the good news is not all of these bayonets were marked during the war, including pre-war, like in the 1920s. They still had these bayonets, or they still used them prior to World War II and Nazi Germany. So I'm definitely leaning towards this is authentic, but I'm gonna have to just be sure. I'll do some research because there's so many fakes out there. So many. I've been burned before on German fakes. I do know that there's unmarked German bayonets out there, so it's not something uncommon or unheard of. Let's take a look at the other. All right, here's the other one. I don't see any stamps on the blade at all, anything to signify who made it. But this one feels good quality also. It could be unmarked. It's just, man, the German stuff nowadays, you guys probably know that, like, for every authentic German item from World War II, there's like 50 fakes. So, you know, even if these are real, they're not super expensive. It's probably like $100 to $200 bayonet. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some research and let me know what you guys think. The frogs and the scabbard look pretty good. I'm sure some of you watching this know better than me whether this is authentic or fake. So drop a comment down below and let me know. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this military knife unboxing. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel, drop a like and a comment, and we'll see you on the next one, you guys. Take care.